Today, we'll need a ruler or something with a straight edge. Artists like to use rulers and straight edges to make sure their lines look perfect. So there are a lot of good reasons. We're going to be making a spider web, but we're going to practice making our lines super straight. So when I hold my ruler, I like to take my left hand and make an L. I always say the L is for Lacne, but the L could be for any number of things. Really, it's like an L for left hand. And I'm gonna make that, hold my ruler down with that hand with my L fingers. That's going to keep my ruler from moving. When we trace, and I'm using a Sharpie so you can really see what I'm doing. When you trace, remember to hold your pencil straight up and down and make sure it's touching that ruler. If you get pencil lines on your ruler, that's okay. That really doesn't matter. Then, after I have that line, I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to make it into a plus sign. Or like I'm dividing my paper into fourths. So I'm still holding it down and I'm gonna make that straight line. Then, this is really important. So we have this spot right in the middle where the lines intersect or cross. And it's like it's about the middle of my paper. And now I'm going to make sure my ruler is touching that dot when I make my diagonal lines. We want to make sure it's really touching that dot because it's like I'm making an X on top of a plus sign. And I'm turning my paper because it's just easier to turn your paper sometimes than have to hold your ruler in an awkward way. So once we have this star shape or snowflake shape, we need to connect it. So I'm going to start, and on each of these lines coming out from the dot, each of these rays, if we use a math term, I'm going to put 3 dots. 2, 3. So now it looks super crazy, right? But what we're gonna do is connect the dots. If you want to, if you are someone who likes everything to be super, super perfect, you can use your ruler. But if you're not, which I think it looks more like a real spider web if it's less perfect because spiders are part of nature, which we totally know, and nothing in nature is ever perfect. If you're a Helen Arnold kid, you know I say that all the time. So I'm just going to start from the ones closest to the center, and I'm going to connect those. I'm not too worried about my lines being perfectly straight. I'm just connecting those dots. Then I'll do the ones next row out. And then we have a spider web.